In this video, we are going to learn how to enhance our English by reading stories. So, we are taking a reference book 10-minute stories published by Mills Kelly Publishing Limited, UK. Hi guys, welcome to VKN English classes. So, let us get started. Today, I am going to narrate a story. Name of the story is The Giant's Wife. It is an Irish legend. In the days when giants lived in the north of Ireland, Finn McCool was the biggest, strongest, most handsome of them all, or so he thought. With his bare hands, Finn could rip a pine tree out of the ground. He could leap across a river in one bound. He could split a boulder in half with one swish of his axe. Surely, he was the greatest giant who ever lived. Now, Finn had heard that there were clans of giants living in Scotland who had competitions throwing tree trunks and carrying boulders. That sounded to him like great fun. So Finn decided to build a road right across the sea so he could walk across to see these Scottish giants without getting his feet wet. Pulling on his big black work boots, he kissed his wife, Una, goodbye and promised, I'll be back in about a week, 10 days tops. Then he strode off over the hills to the coast. Finn began to work hard, ripping rocks from the mountains and throwing them into the sea until they piled up above the water and began to form a road. He was only 3 days into the job when a friend of his arrived at the seashore. Finn, I don't mean to worry you, to be sure, his friend said, but there is gossip about a strange giant who is on his way to your house to flatten you. Some say that he has slept across the sea from Scotland without needing a boat or a bridge. People say that he keeps a thunderbolt in his pocket. I have heard, too, that he has a magic little finger with as much strength in it as 10 men put together. Pah! Cried Finn. I don't believe a word of it. But secretly, he began to feel a little uneasy. One thing's for sure, his friend continued. The stranger knows that everyone thinks you are the biggest, strongest, most handsome giant in all of Ireland, and he doesn't like it one little bit. He has made up his mind to find you and mince you into pieces. We will see about that. Bellowed Finn. I am going home right now to sit and wait for this pipsqueak of a giant. If he dares to show his face at my front door, I'll stamp on him and squash him like an ant. Although Finn sounded brave, he was really rather worried. The minute Finn arrived home, he sat down gloomily at the kitchen table and told Unag all about the stories of the strange giant. If it is true, he'll beat me into mashed potatoes. Finn moaned. You men are always boasting about your muscles, but sometimes you should use your brains instead. Unag laughed. Now do as I say and leave everything else to me. Unag quickly found 9 round, flat stones and put them on a plate with a round flat oat cake, which she cleverly marked with a thumbprint so he could see which one it was. Meanwhile, Finn built an enormous baby's cradle and put it by the fireside, just as Unag had told him. Just then, Finn and Unag felt the ground begin to shake underneath them, and a dark shadow fell across the house. It's him! He's here! Panicked Finn, running to and fro. What shall I do? Calm down, urged Unag, handing her husband a bonnet and a night dress. Put these on and climb into the cradle. Finn was far too scared to argue, and soon he was dressed up like a baby and lying cuddled up in the crib. Unag shoved a huge bottle of milk into his mouth and went to answer the door. Where is Finn McCall? Roared the massive giant. He was the biggest giant Unag had ever seen, and the ugliest. When I find him, I am going to rip him to shreds. The giant bellowed. I am afraid you have missed my husband. Unag smiled sweetly. He is away at the coast, building a road across the sea to Scotland. He will be finished by tea time. You can come and wait for him if you like. The massive giant growled something under his breath that may or may not have been a thank you. Unag beckoned him inside. Well, you'd better come in and have something to eat. You will need to get your strength up if you are going to fight Finn. I have to say, you look like a dwarf next to my husband. In the cradle, Finn's teeth began to chatter. What on earth was his wife annoying the giant like that for? One oat cake, Unag offered the stranger, putting one of the round, flat rocks on his plate. The greedy giant crammed it into his mouth and took a huge bite. Oh! He roared, spitting bits of broken teeth all over the table. Oh dear, didn't you like it? Unag first. They are the baby's favorites. He gave Finn the oatcake with the thumbprint. He ate it happily. The strange giant peered into the cradle. That's Finn McColl's baby, he asked, highly surprised. He's a whopper of a lad, isn't he? Yes, sighed Unag, tickling her husband under the chin while Finn cooed and gurgled as best he could. He has got teeth already. You know, here, put your finger into his mouth and feel. Go on. Slowly, nervously, the giant put his little finger inside Finn's mouth. Crunch! Finn bit down as hard as he possibly could, right through the bone. Arrrrrrr! Roared the giant. If Finn McCool's baby is that strong, I'm not hanging around to find out what Finn McCool is like. And with that, He was out of the door and away before Finn could even leap out of the cradle. Finn McCool never finished his road across the sea. If you go to Ireland today, you can still see it poking out into the water, half finished. He wanted to rest with his beautiful, clever wife. So that is what it did. Here the story ends. Now you should go through all the grammatical structure of the sentences like tenses, active passive, direct indirect, prepositions, etc. and read the story loudly by yourself at least 2-3 times more to enable you to understand it properly in order to improve your English. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like and share this channel. I will see you in my next video. Till then, bye bye.